Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, non-binaries of all ages, welcome to How to Make a Literal Cat in Your Favorite RPG. We hope you're not here to learn how to do character creation the normal way, because this is a cat creation podcast. I am a host of this show. My name is Joel.
I am another host of this show. My name is Avalon. By the way, the name of this show is How to Make a Literal Cat in Your Favorite RPG.
Didn't I say that?
Did you? If you did, I missed it because I was starting the Discord stream.
I mean, I've missed it before. It's totally possible I did this time too.
Well, they get to hear it twice, you know? Just really, really.
There you go, everyone.
Anyways, what's up, Joel? How you doing?
Oh, I've been way better, but that's irrelevant for right now. This is podcast time.
True. Since it is podcast time, I guess we should go over what we're doing in this episode. What game we got today?
Well, in theme with Star Wars still, we are going with another off-brand Star Wars game, but this one actually has all the Star Wars branding filed off. This is a Forged in the Dark game called Scum and Villainy.
Ooh, I love that. Scum and Villainy. What a name.
I'm guessing it's going to be similar in theme to Edge of the Empire, but unlike Edge of the Empire, we can also kind of throw in some Guardians of the Galaxy or whatever the heck else you want, because it's not official Star Wars media.
Love that.
Or, technically speaking, unofficial Star Wars media, even though it is very heavily inspired by Star Wars, as far as I can tell.
Hey, heavily inspired, legally distinct. We love that.
Yep. We'll all get there one day.
All right.
I mean, hey, the first Star Wars movie was legally distinct Flash Gordon, so...
Is that true?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
I've never seen Flash Gordon, so I would have no idea.
I think most people these days don't even know what Flash Gordon is, but yeah, George Lucas loved Flash Gordon, and before writing Star Wars, really wanted to do a Flash Gordon movie, but couldn't get the rights.
Dang.
But anyway.
Let's keep the ball rolling here.
Yeah, let's make the thing that's inspired by the thing that's inspired by Flash Gordon.
Absolutely.
This will be the new hit TV series that comes next, because everyone's tired of Star Wars now.
God, the fatigue is so real.
But anyway, this is Scum and Villainy, or it will be when we actually get to the game. I've not actually had a chance to go over this book yet, but that's not important. All we need to do is create a character, then we're done, and the rest will be up to you. It'll be your job to make sure this cat's name goes down in legend and gets a book and movie deal.
Yeah, again, George Lucas, please collab. We've asked 2-3 times at this point.
Did we? I think it was Dave Filoni that we jokingly asked to collab.
Was it? It was somebody.
I remember we asked Chris Pine.
Chris Pine still would love to get him on.
That was for Star Trek, though. Anyway.
To make a cat in Scum and Villainy, we have to read the rules. But before we read the book's rules, we have to read our own rules. And
boy, do we have some.
We've got a lot. Specifically, 8.
Yeah. There are, one moment. There are more cat creation rules that this podcast follows than there are Scum and Villainy playbooks.
That's how you know we run a tight ship here, you know?
Yep. Anyway, the first of these rules is we accept no cop-outs. We are not some space cat alien race. We are a real cat. The exact animal that comes to mind when I say the word. So, like I said, no anthropomorphic space cats. No people turned into cats. No space lions, space tigers, or space bobcats.
Yeah.
And loth cats don't even exist in this game.
Yeah,
that's a official Star Wars thing.
Yeah, so don't even think about thinking of adding them, okay?
Yeah.
Rule number 2 is homebrew is non-existent. We can't use homebrew rules, and if the rules in the rulebook do not explicitly allow something to happen, we count it as a rule broken. rules as written versus rules as intended. We can kind of suss out what they mean in the playbook, and whichever one tells us no, we count that as a rule broken too.
Rule number 3, if the game includes stats for a literal cat, those must be used or adapted to the game's character sheet. So this is a Forged in the Dark game, and we can look, I guess, but I'll be amazed if there's literal cat stat blocks. Because I don't think most Forged in the Dark games include stat blocks.
Probably not.
They operate on slightly different logic, called clocks.
At
least the ones I've seen are.
Love those things. Big fan of timekeeping. Well, while Joel looks for that, I can go over Rule 4.
Oh, I'm not actually going to look for it right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go over Rule 4 anyways. The character, class, background, playbook, job, what have you, must exist in the game's core rules or as part of an official expansion. Again, homebrew is not real.
What they said. Though, fun fact, there are 2 homebrew classes, or playbooks, for Scum and Villainy.
Oh. I
found those when I was trying to find a pre-made form-fillable sheet, which apparently does not exist. So, Evil Hat, if someone in your offices is listening, maybe get on that. Anyway, rule number 5 is the cat can learn any skill available to its class, even if it's not something a cat could normally be trained to do.
Yeah, there's a lot of things out there that we're going to have to be able to train this cat to do.
Yep. So, I don't think we can do a Mystic because we just did a Jedi last time, and I don't think we can do a Pilot because we did a Pilot in Edge of the Empire. Mm-hmm. But, if we wanted to make a Mystic cat who are good at dealing with the Way, legally distinct force.
Legally distinct, yeah. It's okay. We'll be able to find a cat and make them do a lot of things. However, according to Rule 6, if a tool would be physically impossible for a literal cat to use, even if comically downsized for them, they cannot use it. You know, many things out there. A hair tie, cat can't use that. A bottle opener, probably not. Maybe.
Probably not for their intended purposes.
Yeah, no. Now, if somebody had pre-set the bottle opener up, maybe.
I don't know. Cats don't have opposable thumbs. They might struggle.
True.
Anyway, rule number 7. If a character sheet has a section that is meant to be filled out in collaboration with the whole table, we will have to leave that blank so that you can make it fit your party when you download and play as this character in your game.
Which we know everybody will do because everybody heard last week's mid-roll. Or last episode's mid-roll.
Yeah. And if you didn't, welcome. This must be your first episode.
Yeah. Good to have you on board. But finally, rule number 8 is we have to keep track of every rule that we break. And, Joel and I, we're good lads. We don't often break rules, but when we do, we make sure everybody knows what those are.
Yep. We try to follow the game's rules, but if we have to deviate from them to make our thing work, then we will.
Yeah. We've done it before, and by God, we'll do it again.
As many times as it takes.
All right. That is the show's rules. Joel, are you ready? You ready to do this?
Yeah, I'm ready to do this. The character creation section in the book starts on page 56, or if you're following along from the PDF, 66. If you're using Firefox and this is correctly set up, then it might just take you straight to page 56 if you type that in. But, not every single PDF reader is as good as Firefox.
True.
But anyway.
You want to start us off here?
Yeah, sure. So first off, we have to choose a playbook. I joked about a couple of these a minute ago, but we have 7 playbooks to choose from. Your playbook contains all of the specific rules needed to play a certain character type in Scum and Villainy. There are 7 basic playbooks. By choosing a playbook, you're determining which type of crew member your character is. Now, these playbooks are the Mechanic. Play a mechanic if you want to make new devices, keep your ship in good shape, or hack systems. Have we done a cat hacker yet?
I feel like we have, but I cannot confirm because I don't know.
We've done saboteurs.
Yeah.
I think we've done cats with a little bit of computer know-how, but I don't know if we've ever done just a cat hacker.
Yeah, no, I don't think we've had one dedicated to it.
Yeah. Anyway, so Muscle. Muscles are good at winning fights. Play a muscle if you want to be unstoppable in combat. We have done a cat who is incredibly jacked before, and that wasn't even their best trait.
Yeah, that was just something else they were also really good at.
Yeah. They had, like, psychic powers, and they were also just incredibly muscular. Anyway, then we have the Mystic, who are good at dealing with the way.
This is the way.
Yep. Do you know the way? Play one if you want to use artifacts and weird powers. Then we also kind of joked about pilots, because, again, we've kind of done a Star Wars pilot cat before. But play a pilot if you want to be a daredevil at the wheel and widely traveled.
Mm.
Now here, I'd like to put my vote in for being a scoundrel. Scoundrels love getting into and out of trouble. Play a scoundrel if you want to press your luck.
I'm gonna be honest, Joel. I don't know why we looked at any of the other ones. This playbook is, or not playbook. This book is called Scum and Villainy, and we all know, if you have listened to this podcast before, that cats have a natural affinity for crime. Scoundrel seems like legitimately the only thing we can pick.
Well, I mean, the entire crew is a group of criminals, but...
True.
Like, I think what we're looking at here is, like, Scoundrel would be, like, your Han Solo or your Peter Quill type guy.
Oh, okay. Still, though, pretty spot on for a cat.
Yeah. Anyway, we've still got a couple more to go through.
Let's hear them.
Yeah, we've got the Speaker. Play a Speaker if you want to be the respectable one and use connections to get your way.
Cats don't do a lot of talking, you know?
No, they talk with their claws and their teeth and their meows. And then finally we have a Stitch. Play a Stitch to deal with science, patch people up, and be the crew's moral compass.
Oh, you do not want a cat being your moral compass.
You have the cat angel on one shoulder and the cat devil on the other shoulder. The cat devil is suggesting you do outright evil, and the cat angel is just suggesting things that it think would be funny.
That's who I listen to every single time we start up this podcast. All right.
Anyway,
I think we know what we're going with, though, right?
The Scoundrel, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, what's the other show that I'm thinking of that, like, kind of fits, like, that, like, the Star Wars Guardians of... Firefly, that's what it was called.
Oh, right.
Can't believe I forgot the name Firefly.
How dare you?
I mean, it only got one season and a movie. Did I ever see the movie? I don't think I saw the movie.
I definitely did not.
Whatever. It's probably fine. So anyway. So our first step here is choosing a starting ability.
Okay.
You want to take over that one since I read all the playbooks?
I got you. Playbooks begin with their starting ability marked. Each playbook has a starting ability that only members of that playbook get. This helps define your role on the crew and how factions in the sector view you. Note the starting abilities cannot be chosen via the veteran special ability. And then it has a bunch of specific stuff for a specific type of character.
Okay.
So our starting ability is Serendipitous. Your crew starts with +1 gambit when the pool resets.
Neat.
Fun stuff. I think. Well, I mean, it says choose a starting ability.
I mean, we have one option.
Yeah.
It looks like.
So I don't know if other classes have more than one option, or other playbooks rather, but that's what we got.
Doesn't look like it.
Wild.
So interesting to claim that we can choose that.
Yeah, real bold choice of words, Scum and Villainy.
Yeah. Anyway, next we got choosing a special ability.
Yep.
Each playbook also has a list of special abilities. Choose one special ability for your character. If you can't decide which one to pick, go with the first one on the list. It's placed there as a good default choice. Well, we're going to exercise our free will, I think.
Yeah. Wow, we got a lot of special abilities. I'll just go down the list. We have Never Tell Me the Odds. You generate gambits on desperate rules. You may also generate gambits even if you've spent a gambit.
We could make Han Solo the cat.
Truly. I think that's what they're pushing us towards.
Yeah.
Up next, we have I Know a Guy. When you're first dock at a port after being away, pick one and ask the GM about a job. It's not deadly, it pays well enough, it's not a rush job, it comes from the faction you trust, it targets an enemy you have, you may spend 1 cred per additional feature. Sounds fun. I love a good I know a guy scene in a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Up next, we have Tenacious. Penalties from harm are 1 level less severe. When the chips are down, you gain a second use of special armor between each downtime. I'm not entirely sure what that means, but it sounds good.
I'm trying to think if I can... Because I've read through Blades in the Dark. I can't think of what that might mean for downtime.
Mm.
Or I wonder if, like, special armor is a thing that, like, everyone gets, like, one special armor that you can use to negate damage.
Probably.
Or something. And then you can only restore that special armor between on downtime, but, like, this guy could get 2 if you really wanted.
Again, I think that's a pretty good choice, but let's look at the others. We have Devil's Own Luck. You may expend your special armor to resist the consequences of blaster fire, or to push yourself when talking your way out of or running from trouble.
Now that one sounds pretty good for a cat.
Yes. Then we have Daredevil. When you make a desperate roll, you may take plus 1d. If you do not mark XP in that action's attribute. Shoot first. Classic Han Solo. When you attack from hiding or spring a trap, take plus 1d. When there's a question about who acts first, the answer is you. 2 characters with shoot first act simultaneously. Wild.
So yeah, also, cats love ambushes.
Truly. It's like one of the things they're really good at. And finally, we have Ask Questions Later. When you consort to gather info, you gain plus 1 effect and can, in addition, ask, who might this benefit? Okay. Well, I think our 2 options we were looking at are Devil's Own Luck and Shoot First. Those are the 2 that I think are pretty good.
Yeah, me too.
I'm not sure which one I want to go with, though. I feel like Devil's Own Luck might be the better option for, like, starting out, just because I feel like it allow you to get away with some pretty ridiculous stuff right at the start of a game.
Yeah, that's fair.
What do you think? You want to go with that one, or?
Yeah, I like that one.
Alright. Let's do it. Let's see if I can add...
Oh, hey, there's an explanation in the book about special armor. Some special abilities refer to your special armor. Each character sheet has 3 boxes to track usage of armor. Armor, heavy, and special. If you have abilities that use special armor, tick the special box when you activate one of them. If you don't have any special abilities, you can't use that armor box. Oh yeah, here it is, right next to the stress and harm track. Armor, heavy, special.
Oh, yep. Good old special.
So some lucky people also get 2 special, it sounds like. But you have to sort of pay for it.
Yeah, that's like our when the chips are down ability.
Yeah.
There's probably a different way to get extra special armor.
I don't know. It doesn't look like there's potentially room, but it doesn't look like the sheet is designed to let you expand on that. So I don't know that it actually, shifts all that much over play.
Gotcha. Okay, well, that's not something for us to worry about.
Nah. Next, we have to choose a heritage. Your character's heritage describes their upbringing or family. Pick a heritage and decide if you're native to Procyon or from elsewhere in the hegemony. When choosing a heritage, mark it on the list on your playbook, then write a detail about your family life on the line above. For instance, you might choose the Imperial heritage and then write once powerful core world nobles, now destitute. Or you might choose colonist heritage and write Dathalak farmers from closer to the core. Each heritage is described briefly below.
Me?
You want to take this one, or?
Sure. Those with Imperial heritage hail from Warren or the core worlds. You were brought up educated in ways of the hegemony through a guild vocational education, cult teachings, or a noble family tutor. If you'd rather be more at home on a creaking ship, you could be from a spacer family. Ice miners, station mechanics, and most merchants are born, grow old, and die in space, and may or may not view your terrestrial ventures with suspicion. The exact opposite are colonist families, farmers, miners, and terraformers from the backbone of the hegemony, fighting for a living on the borders of planets. These folks deal with alien beasts and odd precursor ruins more than most. Manufactured families are fundamentally controlled in some way by the guilds. For example, a Yaru clone who's escaped from a facility or a Urbot that's avoided routine memory wipes. You may often have to hide your origin and independence. Next up we have, if you want to be without a planet to call home, you could go from Wanderer Heritage. A small but notable portion of the hegemony move from planet to planet as opportunities emerge, and galactic economic cycles shift, or just follow where the way takes you. And finally, Xeno families are as diverse as the countless kinds of Xenos in the galaxy. Who were raised in non-human culture, Xenos struggle to find acceptance in the hegemony, and many of their practices are seen as strange or unusual.
So I've got a few thoughts here.
Okay, let's hear them.
I think the most fun one to play with might be Colonist, but if we want to go logic, then Manufactured or Xeno might be interesting choices.
I was thinking about Xeno as well. Colonist does make sense, though. Xeno kind of feels like a cop-out, though, because it just says non-human culture, which, yes, a cat would be from non-human culture.
I feel like that's the one that's most conforms most to the rules for how we're playing this.
True. So might be the pig if we don't want to break any rules.
Yeah.
We can do that if you like.
All right. I agree it kind of feels like a cop-out, but it's also the thing that is most in line with the rules and would potentially just give us permission to say our character is a cat without breaking any rules.
True. Perfect.
All right, now we mark the heritage.
So what should we put? Just cat family?
You know, another potential option, now that I'm looking at it, if you like, is Spacer. Because, you know how, in real life, in history, there would be ships that would have, a lucky cat on board?
Yeah.
So, the Spacers could have their lucky cat.
I like that a lot, actually.
Okay.
It also make more sense, that this cat knows where to get in and out of trouble.
Yep.
Plus, I think, like you said, I think it still fits with the whole, having a lucky pet on board.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it. We're changing it up. By changing it up, we mean moving a box.
See, I think our heritage then would be, treated as a symbol of luck or something like that.
That works for me.
Hey guys, it's mid-roll time. I'm sure you figured that out already considering the music played, but, here we are.
We're back at it again for another interruption.
With the white vans.
With the white vans. Not sponsored, by the way. But, Vans, get at us.
No, Vans, stay away. I was making a Vine reference.
Oh.
The one Vine reference I know.
Alright. But we're here to talk to you not about Vans, but about the show that you're listening to right now. If you are enjoying the show, and this is your first time, or if you're a repeat listener and want to check out some more of us, you can find our various social media presences for the show and different online places at literalcatpod.start.page. Over there, you can find our email where you can send us stuff. You can send us cat pictures. You can send us games, ideas. You can apply for a guest spot. Anything you want to, almost anything you want to send us can be done over there. You'll also find our social medias, our YouTube.
Oh, that reminds me. We did get a cat picture.
Oh?
Yeah. So yeah, someone sent us a photo of their cat. He said that this cat has passed away recently, but in his memory, let's give a shout out to Skittles. Cute cat sitting on a wooden shelf in this photo, it looks like.
Yes, absolutely. Shout out to Skittles. You are always in our hearts.
Everyone, just a little moment of silence for Skittles. Thank you. But also, speaking of the email and speaking of guest spots, we have a goal to try and get one guest for every month And we are pretty close. At this point, we need to start. Let's see, we need a guest for October, November, December, and that'll be the whole year. Technically, November will be the end of the year, but And also, November, that's when we start recording Wild West Winter, so, yeah.
I'm so excited.
Should be fun.
Absolutely. So you all have that to look forward to.
Let's see. So we've talked about the start page, the email. You can find us on socials and YouTube at Literal Cat Pod, TikTok at Literal Cat Podcast, though I've not been posting there as much as I should. I do my best, I promise.
You're doing great.
Anyway, if you like what you're hearing and you want other people to hear it, you can always just, tell a friend. But if you don't feel like bothering your friends in real life with this or cluttering your social media pages with our stuff, then what you could do is go to Spotify, Apple Podcasts. I used to recommend Podchaser, but they've been posting AI art on social media, so screw them. Those kinds of guys, and leave a review. Your own podcast app may have its own internal reviewing system as well. And leaving a rating, leaving a review will really help us, because all those apps have algorithms, and podcasts that get reviews get boosted and recommended to other people at a much higher rate.
Yes, it helps us out a lot, helps our discoverability, and, who wouldn't want to listen to a cat creation pod, Yeah.
This is like everyone who likes TTRPG's favorite show, or it should be.
Yeah, we should be at the top of all the charts for TTRPGs. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. Anyway, if you do have people in real life that you want to bother with this, then you could always just try and use one of the character sheets from the show in a real game. You can go to bit.ly/literalcatpod to download any character sheet from this or any other episode. Also, if you go to our Patreon, which is patreon.com/badgertrove, we now have one item in the shop. It is called the Literal Cat Request Letter. It's a Microsoft Word template document where you can fill in the blanks and give a letter from us to your game master requesting permission to play as a literal cat in their game.
Yes, so if your words are not enough to convince them, hopefully our words will be, along with some of your input,
Yeah. You should probably try the other things first, because this does cost $3 of your real world money. But this is a last resort. You know what I mean?
Yes. But I think it'd be worth it. If you're really trying to make a good impression to your GM, this is the way to go.
Yeah. Let's see. What else do we have to talk about? I don't think there's... No, we even got to the Patreon. Dang.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That means it's just time for personal plugs if you got anything.
Questions, actually.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We got one more thing to worry about. We told you last time that we were doing a Q&A episode. We've settled on a date to record that. So get us your questions by, let's see, probably the morning of June 18th, because we'll be recording it that night. So yeah, by June 18th, get your questions in, and we will answer them in a special anniversary episode of How to Make a Literal Cat in Your Favorite RPG. In which we won't actually make a cat, we'll just answer questions about the show that you might have been wondering.
Yeah.
And I know that we also answer questions over on Tumblr all the time, but it's different hearing it out loud, I'll bet.
Yeah. So if you want us to answer your questions in audio format, please send us whatever you got.
Yep. We've already got one, and it's a good one, so give us some more. Give us enough to make an hour's worth of content out of.
Yeah. Full podcasting length,
Yeah, what he said. All right, now, Avalon, do you have anything to plug?
I'm just going to plug my basic stuff. Twitch, Twitter, Tumblr, TikTok, all at Avalon Alchemist. I'm out here. I'm doing stuff, What about you, Joel?
I'm kind of thinking of going through a rebrand, because my social media stuff is not easy to type in. It's my full name spelled backwards. But you could just go to, Twitter, Blue Sky, Tumblr, one of those other sites that doesn't really get the traction that makes it worth staying on. and look up Denalo Liege and there'll be, or you could go to jholland.start.page and have all those links at your fingertips.
Nice. All right. I think that's it, right?
Yeah, I'd say so.
All right. Well, we'll let you all get back to the show. Have fun listening, and have a good one.
Let's see what's next.
Up next, we have Choose a Background. Your heritage covers how you were raised, but your background covers what you've been doing before you join the crew. Pick a background option from the list on your playbook, then write a detail about it specific to your character. Do you wanna go through these?
Oh, yeah, sure, I'll get this one. Let's see, we got academic, a professor, student, researcher, or other knowledge-driven vocation. Probably not.
Yeah, maybe not.
I'm gonna say no. Let's see, laborer, a factory worker, driver, dockhand, miner, or other tradesperson. I'm gonna not say no, but just say unlikely.
Yeah, very unlikely.
Now this next one, a cult. Part of a cult, officially sanctioned or not. A holy warrior, priest, or religious devotee.
Okay.
Could be funny.
Could be funny. We do love a good funny option.
Yep. We got gilder, involved in the machinations of a guild, such as a ship designer, financial analyst, or logistics officer. Do you see this cat handling secretarial business paperwork?
Only if they are actively shredding it with their claws.
Fair enough. Military, a hegemonic soldier, mercenary, intelligence operative, strategist, training instructor, etc. Well, let's not rule anything out yet, I guess.
Okay.
Noble, living the life of luxury, such as a dilettante, someone caught up in house politics, etc. And finally, syndicate, part of an organized criminal gang, from the lowest lookout to the ousted former crime lord.
Ooh. Syndicate could be good, because, maybe the ship that had the lucky cat because it was a good lookout.
Yeah, I mean, again, cat, natural affinity for crime.
We don't have to do syndicate. I'm just spitballing here.
Let's see. I think if we're going with the intended flavor here, syndicate could work. Honestly, gilder could work.
Yeah.
Like, if we're treating this as like an office pet, then maybe.
Yeah, I can see where your head's at there.
But if we want to tweak the flavor a little bit, maybe noble.
Okay. I'm picking up what you're putting down. Maybe not caught up in politics, but this cat probably do have what they believe is the lap of luxury.
Yeah. They make sure that the lucky charm cat is fed and is, well taken care of.
Yeah. I dig it.
Okay. I don't know if that's technically a broken rule, but I'm going to make a note of it because we did just tweak the flavor of nobility.
True. So we got noble. What should our flavor text be?
I don't know, maybe just spoiled rotten.
Spoiled rotten. Love that. Okay. Alright, next up, assign 4 action dots. Each playbook begins with 1 action at level 2, 1 action at level 1. You get to add 4 more ratings to bring you to a total of 7 dots assigned. During character creation, no action rating may be higher than 2 unless a special ability tells you otherwise, and a brief description of all the actions follow on page 64 and 5.
So, just looking at the sheet here, we have 3 sections with 4 apiece, so 12 total options here.
Yep.
So we currently have 0 dots in insight, but the options are doctor, hack, rig, and study. Under prowess, we have 1 dot in skulk. The options are helm, scramble, scrap, and skulk.
Mm-hmm.
And then under resolve, our options are attune, command, consort, and sway. And we have 2 dots in sway. So we're good at getting people to do what we want.
Yeah.
We should probably consult the book to see what the other things mean here.
Yeah.
That's on page 64, it said. Yep.
Yep.
Okay, actions. When you attune. So attuning is the way. So that's kind of your, I guess, use the force move.
Gotcha. So I don't think we should worry about attune.
We did a Jedi Cat last week. You can go play that one instead.
Yeah.
Let's see. Our next move option is Command. You compel obedience with your force of personality. I mean, we're already good at swaying people's opinions, so...
Yeah. So we can put that one on the back burner.
Yep.
Put it to the side. Up next we have...
I mean, we might just be good at resolve moves in general, because, like, with the exception of Attune, the moves are Command, Consort, and Sway, which are all moves about, relating to other people in some way. Because Consort is socializing with friends and contacts. You might gain access to resources, information, people, or places, etc., etc.
Gotcha.
These are listed in alphabetical order and not by section, which seems like a mistake to me, but, your book. You do you. So anyway, the next one listed here is Doctor. When you doctor, you attend to the needs of another by lending aid and comfort, or you look scientifically at the world.
Okay.
One or the other. You either do science or heal the sick. When you hack, you breach security systems of computers or override their controls. When you helm, you pilot a vehicle or use vehicle weapons. I'm not sure about that one, honestly.
Yeah, no.
We've only got, 4 points? Let's put them elsewhere. When you rig mechanisms, you alter how an existing mechanism works or create a new one. Now, what would be real funny if we put 1 dot in that?
Oh, I want to read this flavor text. You might disable a trap, you might repair a damaged ship system, you might crack a safe, you might overdrive an engine, and you might program a bomb to detonate later. They've convinced me. I think we should put a point into Rick.
Okay.
I'm doing it.
Okay.
I love the idea, mostly because I know it can be, like, accidentally.
Yep. I don't think we're ever doing it on purpose.
Yeah, no. Never.
Alright, the next move is one I think we also have to put a point in. When you scramble, you lift, climb, jump, run, or swim, usually away from or into danger.
Yep, I think that fits our heritage, perhaps?
Of being a cat that lives on a ship? I agree.
Yep. What was that one? Scramble?
Yep.
Like the eggs, I see.
Yes. Then we have Scrap. You engage in pitched combat with the intent to harm or neutralize your opposition.
Okay. You might brawl or wrestle, you might fight, or you might use a melee weapon, you might storm a barricade.
This is like the main, hand-to-hand melee combat move, it sounds like.
Yeah.
So that's a maybe, but, we've only got 4 points, we've already used 2, let's read the rest of these and see if there's something else. Alright, so here's what Skulk means, because we've got a point in that already. You move stealthily or without being noticed. It's the sneaky move.
Pretty standard.
Very fitting. Glad we have a point in that already.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. When you study, you scrutinize details and interpret evidence. You might gather information from documents, etc. Now, when you sway, you influence someone with guile, charm, or logic. And let's see, sway is the one that we have 2 dots in.
Correct.
So we're a very charming cat.
Absolutely.
Everyone immediately loves us.
I mean, who doesn't just love cats, right?
Right. So we've already got 1 point in Scramble and 1 point in Rig. We've got 2 to go. We've read through all the moves. I think we should put 1 in Scrap.
1 in what?
Scrap. We have a little bit of experience at handling ourselves in battle.
Yeah, I like that. It'll help us out in the long run. Works. Now, I think our last one, I kind of want to go Consort.
So, say this cat has friends and contacts?
Yeah. Because, maybe not necessarily friends and contacts, but, if this cat is part of an organization, or, was on this ship, maybe people are like, oh my gosh, I know that cat from so-and-so's ship. What's he doing here?
Okay, I understand the logic. I like it.
Alright, let's get it. Speaking of cats, my cat is yelling in the background. I don't know if y'all can hear that.
Well, if your mic is picking it up, I'm not gonna edit it out, so.
Hold on, I'm trying to figure out what's up. Suki, what do you want from me? Come here. Say hello to the people. Of course. Oh, okay. Now that you're on the mic, you're quiet, huh? You shy? That's alright. She's gone. She left. Okay, let's continue. What we got next?
Let's see. Did we spend all our points?
Yes, I believe we had 4.
Yes, okay.
Yes, and we assigned 4.
Alright, and that was consort, scrap, scramble, and rig.
Correct.
Rig is just for the lulz, but still.
Hey, listen, we gotta throw a funny one in there.
We do. Oh, I heard your cat that time.
Yeah, she's going off back there.
Alright, so we assigned our action dots, and next, what do we got next?
Up next, we have choose one friend and one rival. Each playbook has several NPC friends. It is important to note that you know all of these people well. Choose one from the list who is a close relationship, a good friend, a lover, family relation, or similar. Mark the up-pointing triangle next to their name. Then pick another NPC on the list who is now your rival or enemy. They may have been a friend once. Mark the downward-pointing triangle next to their name.
Okay. So we've got, we can be friends with a moneylender, an info broker, a ship mechanic, a smuggler, or a bounty hunter.
Interesting.
Honestly, I think we should be friends with the ship mechanic.
I was thinking
Like,
the same thing.
Yeah, the ship mechanic worked on the ship that we were on when we were just serving as a good luck charm.
Yes, absolutely agree. Okay, now, who's our enemy?
I feel like either the smuggler or the bounty hunter might be the reason we're no longer with that crew.
I was also thinking the smuggler. I'm like, what if the smuggler was trying to steal stuff from the crew and this cat got in their way? This cat was like, "Nuh-uh, check this out." And he starts yelling.
Now, I was thinking, like, you know, a bounty hunter came and, like, kidnapped someone from the crew where this cat lived its pre-criminal life.
Oh, okay.
Or a smuggler who, yeah, like, I don't know, kidnapped it or something by mistake.
Interesting. I don't know. I'm gonna leave this.
And either way, this cat's out for blood now.
I'm gonna leave this one up to you. Which one do you want?
I don't know. I kind of like the idea of the cat going out on like a vengeance quest against a bounty hunter.
I do too. I think that's pretty funny. Let's do it. Let's lock it in.
Okay.
As the kids say.
They do say that. I don't understand it, but
You don't know about locking in, Joel?
No, I don't.
It's when you get.
I hear people say it, but like I don't know what they mean.
It's when you get like super.
I'm 27.
Focused.
I have bills.
I have bills too. I am just chronically online. Plus, I play a lot of Fortnite, so you know I'm locked in.
There it is. There it is. That's the key difference. I do not play Fortnite. I have the Fortnite editor for Unreal Engine, but
that's all you need. That and the Battle Pass, and then you're a true gamer.
I mean, I've never used it. I just have it installed.
Oh. How dare you?
The problem is that you have to keep updating Fortnite and you have to keep Fortnite up to date in order to use the editor, and also the editor has basically no functionality outside of map making.
Yeah, I can't imagine that you can use it for like an actual game, like separate from a Fortnite custom.
Yeah. I wish that there was like a way to like set some custom rules in it though, or like just, some bare minimum like interaction stuff. And it would be cool.
It would be.
Anyway, that's unrelated. So we've got a rival, we've got an enemy, now we need a vice. Fighting the odds of the galaxy is stressful. Each crew member has a way to blow off stress, described by their vice. I feel like the last time we did a Forged in the Dark game that had like the vice system, we just like did catnip.
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, we've got the exact same option here. It's stupor. You dull the senses with drug abuse, excessive drinking, fighting to exhaustion, etc. But anyway, the full list is faith. You're part of a cult or observe specific ceremonies at regular intervals. Gambling. You crave games of chance or bet on sporting events. Luxury. Now this one I think would make the most sense for this character based on its background. Mm-hmm. You seek the high life with expensive, ostentatious displays of wealth.
I think that fits really well.
Obligation. You're devoted to a family, cause, organization, charity, etc. It's possible that obligation could come into play, like this cat keeps checking in on its old crew whenever it can.
True.
Pleasure. You seek hedonistic gratification from lovers, food, drink, drugs, art, etc. Also could be catnip, I guess.
Yeah.
Stupor, we've already talked about that one. And the final one is just called Weird. You perform strange experience, explore the way, commune with artifacts, and so on.
What's your vice, dude? Oh, you know me. I explore the way. Oh, I'm a huge explorer of the way.
Anyway.
Ooh.
So, what are you thinking?
I don't know. You made a good argument for both luxury and obligation.
I know I did.
I don't know. I guess the problem with obligation is how are we getting into contact with our old organization?
True.
This cat, so far, there is no this player has to speak human language or anything. So we are still under the bounds of like, this is just a cat. It does not know language. Like, it cannot speak.
I think with that in mind, yeah, it might be a little too much to ask this cat to track down the rest of its, like, even be able to just track down the rest of its crew whenever it can. So, luxury is probably the way to go.
Yeah.
But, like, on the flip side, like, it could just be, like, anytime, like, there's downtime and you have to engage your vice, then your game master could just, like, help you out and say, hey, your old crew member is at this spaceport. They appear to be in trouble.
That's true. We could just leave it to the people's DMs.
Or, like, you know what I mean. Like, it doesn't even have to be the DM. It's just, like, anytime you engage your vice, like, you say, hey, one of my old crewmates is here in town, and they're not doing too good.
Yeah. Like, I have to go see them. I like that. I like it more than luxury, because there's an actual, like, idea behind it that's not just this cat likes stuff.
Yeah, but also, like, the idea of the vice is that it is a thing that is done to de-stress.
Gotcha. Okay.
So, like, I feel like with that logic in mind, obligation would be some nice plot hooks, potentially, but not necessarily less stressful than the regular old activities of the crew.
Yeah. Okay. You've swayed me. I think obligation...
Oh, I was arguing for luxury there.
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
Alright, we could keep luxury. I'm fine with either.
Yeah, luxury is more... Like, our idea for luxury, that this cat, like, prefers premium brand wet food and golden collars and, you know, that kind of thing. Cat sunglasses. The idea that this cat is into, like, obtaining and consuming that kind of stuff, I think is more in line with the idea of the vice. Yes. Whereas the other thing, like, the way that we would have to play that is introducing a sort of mini plot hook every time.
True. Yeah, that might be a bit too much. Okay. Up next, record your name, alias, and look. Choose a name from your character from the sample list or create your own. Many hotshots, muscles, and the like pick up monikers that the underworld of the Procyon sector knows them by. If you use an alias or nickname as part of your identity with the crew, know that as well. And also describe your character's look. What's this cat's name?
Okay, here's the thing. Ever since I said the cat sunglasses thing, do you remember those old, like, spay and neuter your cat commercials?
Yes.
What if we named the cat Scooter?
Scooter? Okay. I dig it. Now, is that the cat's actual name or its outlaw name?
I don't know. I just remember that commercial. The cat's name was Scooter.
Gotcha. You said spay and neuter your cat, so I'm like, are you about to ask if we can name this cat Bob Barker?
What?
You don't remember
I don't
that?
know what that's... No.
He used to say
I'm thinking of, like... I'm thinking of, like, there was this commercial where someone was rapping about a cat named Scooter who had been neutered.
Bob Barker was... what was he on? I don't know. I remember he was on a game show. According
to your Google results, it's The Price is Right.
It was The Price is Right. Yeah. But he would very famously say, don't forget to have your pets spayed and neutered. He said that very often.
That was not what I was thinking of. But
Yeah,
also,
until you said commercial.
good on him.
Yeah.
I mean, we could say the cat's name is Bob Barker and his outlaw name is Scooter.
How about this? I think the cat's name is Scooter, but the outlaw name is just Barker.
Okay.
Because let's assume there are also dogs in this universe.
Of course.
And I think it'd be, kind of funny to be like, where's Barker at? And like having
where's Barker? And then a cat comes out.
Exactly. Everybody's like looking for a dog or something. They're like, these guys are idiots. They named their dog Barker. Now we know what to look for. Wrong. What's this cat's look?
I'm looking up the commercial to see if I can get.
Ooh, good idea.
Here. Paste this into the Discord chat real quick. Oh, he's watching the commercial. Okay.
Hold on. Wait a minute. This commercial is actually incredible. Wait. Oh my god. Yeah, wait, this commercial is actually the greatest piece of media I've ever seen.
He's watching it again.
No, I can't. I'll have to watch it later.
Okay.
Okay, but we have the look of the cat, okay?
Yeah.
You know what's funny?
So it's an orange... Sorry, go on.
We chose the luxury option as the vice, and this cat has a turtleneck sweater and a gold chain on.
Yep. This cat is wearing gold-rimmed aviators, a black turtleneck, and a gold chain.
This cat is the coolest motherfucker I have ever seen. Sorry, I was thinking of a different commercial, because I was thinking of like the old what are they called? The old sad commercials about adopting pets and stuff, and I was like, I'm sure they had a couple of those about spaying and neutering. I was not thinking about this one. Okay. So we have our look.
Yeah, it's an orange cat with kind of a white area around its mouth, wearing a black turtleneck, gold chain, and gold-rimmed aviators. Nobody give them 10 about this episode.
Yeah, no.
For all I know, they're still using this character.
Okay, I have to reduce the font size of this by so much.
That's okay. Probably.
Easy. Still readable, let's go.
Yeah, that fits.
I still have actual tears in my eyes, by the way. Oh man. Okay.
All right.
Okay, let's move on. I'm gonna keep that tabbed for later.
Glad I could share that with you.
Thank you so much for this gift.
Our next step is review details. Look at the XP triggers for your playbook, like earn XP when you address a challenge with deception or influence. For example, let's see, for us it's mark XP every time you roll a desperate action. Mark XP in that action's attribute.
Yep.
I don't know what qualifies as desperate. Y'all will figure that out.
Yeah.
At the end of each session, for each item below, mark 1 XP in your playbook or an attribute, or 2 XP if that item occurred multiple times. Those options are, you addressed a tough challenge with charm or audacity. You expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background. You struggled with issues from your vice or traumas during the session.
Nice.
I feel like one of those will happen a lot.
Which one?
The first one.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Address a tough challenge with charm or audacity.
Easy.
We are both very charming and very audacious.
What cat isn't, though?
Alright, next we do the special items available to a character of your type. You begin with access to all of the items on your sheet, so don't worry about picking specific things. Okay, cool. So just so y'all know, you get a fine blaster pistol, so this cat gets a cat gun, I guess.
Nice.
A fine coat. Yeah, we've already established the black turtleneck. Then you either get loaded dice or trick cards, forged documents, mystic ammunition, and a personal memento. You know, like the gold chain.
Yeah.
again, we have access to all of these. We don't mark one, because, like, players are supposed to pick stuff for their loadout, like, at the beginning of every mission.
Oh, I see. But the fine coat stays on.
At all times.
Yes. Because even if we don't have the turtleneck on, we still got a fine coat of fur. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And that's it. Your character's ready for play.
Oh my goodness.
We did it.
That's it. I thought the loadout would be part of it, but no, it is not.
No, the loadout is a permission thing, so we don't have to worry about that.
Dope. Wow. Look at that. We have made a character in Scum and Villainy. Honestly, the coolest.
Yep.
Good old Scooter.
And all we had to do was really tweak the flavor text of Noble to just say that this cat's original owners spoiled it rotten.
Yeah.
Also got it spayed and neutered. We never decided a gender. Scooter is a boy, so, like, probably he, him, right?
I'll put that in good old parentheticals right now.
Understandable.
But yeah.
Technically, you could make an argument that by tweaking the flavor text of Noble, that we did break a rule. I will allow you to do that, but yeah, other than that, this cat is completely compliant with the game system. It might have some trouble using blasters, just bear that in mind.
Yeah, just a little trouble.
It has access to them, but we didn't really give it anything that says that it could use it.
Yeah. And
with that in mind, Avalon. How about that cat pun?
Okay. I gotta pull this up.
He was so excited about this when we started.
All right. What is a feral feline's favorite musical?
You know I have to say Cats because I have no other.
I knew you would say Cats, but that is not correct. The correct answer is High School Musical, because what team? Wildcats! There you go.
I'm sure I would find that so much funnier if I actually remembered anything at all about High School Musical.
That's all you need to know. They're the Wildcats.
Well, thank y'all for listening. We'll see you in the next one.